Have you ever tried to stop thinking about something, only to realize your mind keeps dragging you back? You tell yourself, just let it go. But somehow it never works. You replay the same conversations, the same decisions, the same mistakes again and again. And the more you try to control it, the louder it becomes. Overthinking is not a flaw. It is a signal. Your mind is trying to solve a problem, but it is trapped in a loop. It thinks that by analyzing every angle, every possibility, you can prevent failure, pain, or regret. But what it really does is exhaust you, distract you, and steal your peace. Most people think they are overthinking because they lack control. The truth is, they are overthinking because they are trying to avoid feeling. Every thought you chase is connected to something deeper. Fear of being wrong, fear of missing out, fear of being judged. Anxiety is the mind's way of saying, I need certainty, I need safety, I need control. But life cannot be fully controlled. The more you try, the more the mind resists. Overthinking is not about your mind failing you. It is about your mind being alive, being aware, and searching for something it cannot yet find. You may feel guilty about overthinking, as if it makes you weak or flawed. But consider this: the very fact that you notice it, that you feel frustrated by it, shows that you are self-aware. Many people live their whole lives without ever confronting the endless loops inside their own minds. You are awake, you are conscious, and that is the first step toward freedom from the trap. Here's the hidden paradox. Trying to stop overthinking usually makes it worse. Your mind takes the attempt as a challenge. You want me to stop? Watch me work harder. And it does. That is why so many people lie awake at night, exhausted, wondering why nothing helps. Meditation, journaling, distractions, they help, but only to a point. The mind is persistent. It does not obey orders. It can only be understood. The key is not to fight it, not to push it away, not to try to silence it completely. The key is to observe it. Watch your thoughts like clouds passing across the sky. Some are heavy and dark. Some are light and fleeting. None are permanent. None define who you are. When you step back, you realize the mind is not a tyrant. It is a guide, pointing to what matters to you, even if its methods are noisy, repetitive, and exhausting. Most overthinking is rooted in attachment. Attachment to outcomes, to approval, to identity, to certainty. The mind wants answers because it fears loss, but clarity rarely comes from chasing answers. Clarity comes from space, from allowing the noise to settle, from being still enough to notice what truly matters. You cannot force insight. You can only create the conditions for it to arise. Imagine a night when you lie awake, mind racing. Instead of fighting, you sit with it. You let each thought come and go. You notice patterns. You begin to see the fears behind the thoughts. And slowly, the repetition loses its grip. The mind relaxes not because the thoughts disappeared, but because you no longer resist them. Overthinking diminishes when observation replaces judgment. This is not a quick fix. It is a practice, a daily habit of noticing, understanding, and choosing where to place your attention. Over time, the mind becomes quieter, not because it is controlled, but because it is trusted. You learn that thoughts are tools, not masters. You learn that uncertainty is not an enemy, but a teacher. And you realize that you can feel calm even when the mind is busy because you are no longer at war with yourself. If you struggle with overthinking, remember this: it does not define you. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind them. and awareness is infinite. It can observe, it can understand, and it can choose. Overthinking is a chapter, not the story. It is a signal, not a verdict. You can live fully even with a mind that thinks too much. You can walk through life, make decisions, feel, love, and create without being imprisoned by every passing thought. So the next time your mind spirals, do not panic. Do not blame yourself. Do not try to shut it down. Simply notice, observe, breathe, and remember that this is part of being conscious, part of being alive, and part of the journey toward inner clarity. The mind overflows with possibilities, but the self, your true self, remains untouched, still, and free. Because freedom from overthinking is not about stopping thoughts. It is about seeing them clearly, understanding them deeply, and learning to move alongside them without losing yourself. And when you learn this, the constant chatter no longer controls your life. Instead, it becomes a quiet companion, offering insight, awareness, and even wisdom if you are willing to listen. And sometimes, realizing that you can observe your mind without being controlled by it is one of the most profound awakenings anyone can have.